Angry Queen. The Great Betrayal. Meghan Markle is in danger of being silenced. Queen is angry with her niece, in-laws, betrayal. Divisive, narcissistic and deluded, Meghan is in danger of being silenced. So right now the Queen is at Balmoral with a few members of the family, but sadly her health is not the best right now. It's just accepted right now that the Queen is gonna remain there instead of coming back to London to meet the new Prime Minister on September 6th. It's going to mark the first time ever that the Queen and her Prime Minister are going to share the same first name. So the Queen has newspapers delivered to her every single day, and I'm sure this morning was pretty fun at breakfast as the royal family got to read the news together, and without a doubt they are going to be as angry as they have ever been. Every national newspaper in the UK is covering Meghan Markle's interview with the Cut magazine in depth, and again, Meghan made sure to get a few swings in at the Queen and her family. So the interviewer asked Meghan about her relationship with the royal family. I think we've got a good idea of what the royals may have said when they read that Meghan was the one who tried to forgive them. I'm guessing Her Majesty was choking on her toes. Meghan, the self-deluded actress, reached new levels when she compared herself to Nelson Mandela. I mean, has it really taken Meghan this long to come up with such a stupid story? And then her lies continue when she goes after the British press. Before telling this lie, Meghan really should have made an effort to check out the rules. See, there are strict rules in place. It's an agreement between the media and the royal family, which works great. This rule makes it impossible for the royal children who are learning at school to be photographed, and it guarantees that any photos of royal kids that appear in the media are printed with the approval of the parents. And then that wasn't all. She made another ridiculous accusation against the British media. Meghan's trying to say that members of the British press were referring to her children as the N-word. Seriously? I don't remember that ever happening. And I am sure that if that had really happened, it would have been big news. Nobody uses that word anymore. It's right up there with the C word. Since Meghan and Harry have a habit of filing lawsuits against the tabloids, then you know what? I think it's time they get a taste of their own medicine. That is obviously just another big lie. Coming from Meghan the liar. I'm sure the royal family's jaws were on the floor after they read that one. Now I know they already know all about who she is, but still, I think they wouldn't expect that. And it's known that Prince Philip apparently couldn't even stand the sight of her, and he was often heard using some unedited Navy language in front of the Queen to talk about Meghan. So I think the time has come. Apparently Meghan is just so upset that she's still connected with the British royal family. So time to give her what she wants, cut them out, put them out of their misery, and take away those titles, and then maybe they can finally be happy. The lies and all of the guards that comes out of Meghan's mouth just shows how really unstable she is mentally. The Queen has lived a long healthy life, and at this point I think she is getting a bit fragile. So I'm sure that William and Charles and most members of the family, maybe except for Eugenie, are never going to be able to forgive Meghan or Harry for all the suffering that they have caused to the Queen in her last few years on this earth. Their lies and their moaning were in full throttle when Prince Philip lay dying in the hospital. And for anyone who didn't already know, now the whole world is getting to see the truth about Meghan Markle. So I think soon she is going to be abandoned by everybody. The people who work for her right now or who currently support her are not going to want to be tainted with that same brush. You know what they say. If you lie down with dogs, you get up with fleas. And I think that's a very apt expression for this situation. Harry keeps making it clear that he absolutely despises royal life. So, alright, fine, drop that prince title and just become Harry Windsor. After all, it's such a burden for him just to be the son of Charles. Now he is a prince. I know, no matter what, but still, he wants to be treated like a normal person. So let's do it. Let's stop treating him like a prince. And Meghan needs some serious help. I mean, the way that she makes up these complete fantasies in her head and she believes they're real. It's just too much. See, Meghan didn't grow up in the royal family. She just got to read about the royal family and books. She got to see them on TV. She even had posters of the family hanging on her wall. So obviously being a part of the real royal family is too overwhelming for Meghan. So take away the titles and just call them Meghan and Harry. This, I think, will really do a lot to help Harry's mental health problems. It looks like being a prince is just too much for him. He's so miserable. So let's help the two of them, and then maybe Meghan can stop making up these ridiculous stories. And maybe you can stop being so evil and cruel. Royal expert Miss Julia Sound has also weighed in, saying what they've taken so far is more than enough to convince Mrs. Harry that they're going to continue to do nothing. They've taken no action before, why would they start now? She's not going to stop, and the royal family is proving far too timid to act in the way the vast majority of people in the UK want them to. Whoever would have ever thought that the British monarchy would allow a low-class man to get the better of them? Meghan and Harry are nothing without the royal family, which is why they criticize and put out misinformation. I won't call it lies, although it may appear to be. This, of course, is to attract attention to who they are, and who are they? Harry is Charles II's son, a bit of an idiot to boot, but still Charles II's son. And since the birth of his brother's 3 children, he has dropped considerably down the line of inheritance. Meghan doesn't like this at all. Somehow she seemed to have imagined that due to Harry being Charles's son, he stood as much of a chance of being the king as William would, and so therefore Meghan would get to be queen. But the problem is, when Meghan comes up with something in her head, it has to be true. Or she's going to make it true exactly the same way that she's saying she's forgiving the royals for doing wrong by her. Meghan, we are sick and tired of you. It's clear that there's something deeply wrong with Meghan, and as for Harry, it seems like he's just going along with her, because what else could he possibly do? Harry is not very intelligent, but he is loyal, and he doesn't seem to understand how much havoc Meghan has wreaked on his own reputation in the UK by her being so incredibly disrespectful towards his family. Meghan is losing her mind, and I'm not saying that to try to be funny. She is completely manic, and her narcissistic rage is out of control. This is her getting revenge for that Tom Bower book, and it's also payback for the negative reaction to her very first podcast. See, whenever Meghan gets bad press, she always starts attacking the royal family, and that interview is just full of subtle attacks. So clearly Meghan and her little sugars don't seem to grasp that fact. The New York Post has an article that is not at all complimentary, and it does call Meghan out for being so arrogant and for her attacks against the royal family. Meghan has gone past absurdity, and she has reached the point of insanity. Most real people are just sitting back and watching this train wreck happen. Meghan is not really even a joke anymore at this point. People are not laughing. And you, what do you think about Meghan Markle? Please let us know what you think below in the comments section. And we can also talk about her and the royal family.